Hello and welcome to Easy Everyday English. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Rick. We are so happy you are joining us today.
Today, we are going to talk about a very common topic, a typical day.
That's right. We're going to share what our normal days look like. So, Lisa, why don't you start? Or should I?
How about you go first, Rick? Your job sounds interesting. Tell us about your day as a dishwasher.
All right. Well, my day starts pretty late compared to most people. I usually wake up around 10 in the morning because I work in the evening.
Oh, that's nice. A late start.
It is. So after I wake up, I have a slow morning. I make coffee, eat breakfast, and maybe watch some TV. I have to go to work in the afternoon, so I leave my house around 2:30 p.m.
And what time do you start?
I have to clock in at 3 p.m. When I get there, the restaurant is usually quiet. I help prepare the kitchen, make sure the dishwashing machine is ready, and organize everything.
Right, before the customers arrive.
Exactly. The real work starts around 5 p.m. From 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., it is very, very busy. It gets so hectic. Plates, glasses, and pans just keep coming. I have to wash everything very fast.
Wow, that sounds tiring.
It can be, but I listen to music and the time goes by quickly. We get a short break for dinner. The cooks usually make a meal for the staff, so I don't have to worry about that.
That's a nice benefit.
Yeah, I usually finish work around 11 p.m. After cleaning up the kitchen, I clock out and go home. I'm usually home by 11:30 p.m. I eat a small snack, watch a show, and go to bed around 1 a.m. So that's my day. What about you, Lisa? Your day is very different, I think.
Yes, it is. My day starts much earlier. I'm a housewife, so I wake up at 6:30 a.m. to get my kids ready for school. I make their breakfast and pack their lunches.
The classic morning rush.
Exactly. After they leave on the school bus around 7:30, I have my own breakfast and a cup of coffee. The house is quiet then.
So what do you do with your morning?
Well, first I tidy up the kitchen and the living room. Then a few times a week I run errands. Go to the grocery store, the post office, things like that.
Right, all the important things to keep the house running.
Yes. For lunch, I usually just eat leftovers from last night's dinner. It's easy and quick. The afternoon is for other chores like laundry, or sometimes I work in my garden if the weather is nice.
That sounds relaxing.
It is. The kids come home around 3:30 p.m. I help them with their homework, and then I start cooking dinner around 5 p.m. We eat together as a family. In the evening, we watch a movie or play a game. After the kids go to bed, my husband and I relax and talk about our day. I'm usually in bed by 10:30 p.m.
It's amazing how different our days are, but they are both full.
I agree, and that was a great conversation. Now let's talk about some of the useful words and phrases we used.
Good idea. The first phrase is to clock in. I said I have to clock in at 3 p.m. To clock in means to record the time you arrive at work. You might use a special card or a computer. The opposite is to clock out, which is when you record the time you leave work.
Right. For example, you could say, "Don't forget to clock in when you get to the office."
Next up, the word hectic. I said my evening at the restaurant gets hectic. Hectic is an adjective that means very busy and full of activity.
Another example is, "My week was so hectic, I didn't have a moment to relax." Okay, my turn. I used the word leftovers. I said I eat leftovers for lunch. Leftovers are food that has not been eaten at a meal and is saved to be eaten later.
That's a great word. For example, we had so much food at the party, I took some leftovers home.
I also said I run errands. This phrase means to take a short journey to do necessary things, like going to the bank, the supermarket, or the post office.
I have to run some errands this afternoon before the store closes. And our last one for today. Lisa says she has to tidy up the kitchen. To tidy up means to make a place clean and organized by putting things in their proper place.
That's right. For example, can you please tidy up your room? Your clothes are all over the floor.
Great job, Lisa. Now it's time for our listeners to practice speaking.
Yes. We will say a sentence and you can repeat it in the pause. Ready?
I clock in at 9 a.m.
Now my turn. My day was hectic.
I need to run some errands.
Let's tidy up the room.
Excellent. Now we will ask you a question. Try to answer it out loud in the pause. First question. What is something you do every morning?
Great. And the second question, was your day yesterday busy? You can say, yes, my day was hectic, or no, my day was relaxing.
You did a fantastic job today. That's all the time we have.
Thank you so much for listening to Easy Everyday English. Join us next time when we talk about ordering food at a restaurant.
Until then, keep practicing. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.